Good morning, good morning. It's early at 0607 minutes, Wednesday, December 19th, 2018. I'm going to make this video out to all my African descendant Native women, what we call Black in America, what is called African, the race that is the most, the least appreciated, the least viewed based on societal standard, structure, patriarchy, matriarchy, because even in the matriarchy, that's the part where that's for women. Even in that, it has a lot of discrepancies, a lot of toxic, I'm going to use all the words, destructive, not nothing, what else? Acidic, corrosive, dangerous, just wrong, bad, the hurt, the deceit, the lies, to all the women that if your skin looked like this, remember the song Ruben, Studdard? Apologies 2004. That was 2004. It's 2018. Apologies 2018 to all of you coming from a lineage from my ancestors. I have been mixed with whatever, but I know I am more melanated than the other part of me that's not melanated. The part that's been, when I was colonized, when the world was breeding and having babies, I became part of the world that for what we see today we call Black, African, or we call melanated. I just want to give a sincere, a honest, and a wholesome apology to all of you for everything a man that looked like me, that appeared to you as me, that have hurt you. I want you to know that we are sorry, because I know men have done this, but I have never seen it. And the Spirit told me to do this because all I remember just seeing just all this year is women just kept saying, I've been hurt. I've been hurt, especially my African descent Native women, the black, quote unquote Black women. I've been hurt. Somebody hurt me. And for some reason, I try to take that into account so much. I was like, I didn't hurt you. I didn't hurt you. Why is this such a big deal? And all they wanted was somebody to apologize. So you know what I started doing? I didn't do it to be funny. There's one lady asked me, you just saying that to be funny. Because she kept saying everything, don't matter what you said to her. She kept saying everything. So I just said, the Spirit just said, just tell her you sorry for everything. Anybody that, since I appeared to her as an African descendant man, it happened to me in my face. When I did it on the internet, it was well received. When I did it in person, it wasn't received. But the one insistent thing that I learned when I did that, the one lady that was just, I'm bad, you horrible, it's you, no, nobody else is you. It's just the Black man. The Black man hurt you. The Black man punched. He did it. Nobody couldn't control him. There's history don't matter. I'll apologize sincerely. It's like you just saying that. And I was like, no. I could have just said you wasn't even satisfied with my answer. I could have just said that. But I said no. I said, now within the knowledge that I have that, come on, we don't gotta always keep saying we gotta go to a higher power. He did give me some sense. What you think is the purpose? I can see, hear, smell. What you think? He gave me a brain. He said, well, your brain could collect information. Your brain can collect all this information. So you telling me in your lifetime, you don't have to call on me right there. So when I did that, I was like, okay, you're right. It was already said. I know it sounds funny when you actually act it out. Now, talking around people, say something about a spirit, it sounds silly. Even though that in the spirit, you've been through the same things. You've been not so much the same things. Everything you're doing is similar. So I didn't fight her. And that stopped her fight. I just apologized. And she kept saying things. All I did was say, I'm not being funny. That's true. That's That's happening. Black men are hurting their daughters. Black women, there is black men, African descendant men, quote unquote black men, that is not in their families. That is not in their child life at all. That is hurting the women. That is hurting their daughters. That's hurting the women in their families. That is hurting the women that they meet. That is, and yes, we're going to hold them accountable. And that's what I was telling her. But then I was like, there was men, and I said, I'm not so great either. But there's men like me, that's not doing that. Are you just going to say all of us? Because it's no longer, no more all of us. Because now, if I'm not taking up for her, I'm better. Or if I'm a mama's boy, I respect my mama or my mother. I mean, the ma. So I respect the womb. But that's what I want us to understand within all of this. And is women. The reason I apologize, I know the power in the womb. If you destroy the woman mind, the woman womb, the woman body, think about everything we're doing now. Think about what the men are saying. Think about what the women are saying. The men not strong enough. We're not building. We don't have. That's true, and it's not true. It depends on what you're doing. If you're gonna always advocate what you don't see, that means maybe you are the EI. And I'll always say this wrong. This EG, for example. Maybe you the EI, the EG, the example for that to happen, for you to see it. Now, if you're in position, as we talked to purpose, mission, position, because you got to focus, maybe that's you. It's not always some other person. And what the hurt is, I learned from women, it's just that nobody's just taking up for you. They need, and it's hard. And I don't know what to say, women, and because I can't never get a question answer, so I'll say it in my apology, or our apology of the race of men. I don't know. We don't get it, because the ones that's pursuing you, that's saying, okay, I am gonna do this. Then you say, well, that's not enough. We sit here saying, well, then there's some of us that sit here saying, you're not attracted to me. If I say something, see, his voice is more powerful because he's not saying nothing about you or whatever it is. They call it the swag. All I call it is his character, personality, attitude is attractive to you. Then there's a men such as, I'm going to be the EG. I may not be so attractive, but not all the women are going to find me least attractive. But we don't know all the ins and outs. I say this to women because I try to leave little nuggets and little, I don't want to call them secrets. They're little hints. They're not hints. They're keys to that man. Even though I'm collectively apologizing and asking for forgiveness from all men, we all view things different. In my case, the EG is, if a woman turned me down, I'm not so hyped to keep interacting with her, especially in a way, because some women can be very, very mean about it. Had a woman walk to, wow, what the you talking to me for? I never met this lady. I didn't know her. That was my first time talking to her. Might I say hi? And maybe she didn't respond. I should have got the picture, or I should have got the memo when she didn't say hi back. So that was very mean. And from her life, I don't know. Just as all the women I dated, I apologized to them. Things I said and done. But I never went, always say there's things that we can come from. But I remember I was talking to a lady. She didn't even, I don't know why she even engaged me. The persona of the man I am, she didn't desire that type of man. But somehow, since I was kind, caring, she's seen how I'm treating women and how I carry myself. She wanted to talk to me. But every time our conversation, it didn't go the same as she wanted that. And it sounded bad. Those other type of men. I always say it's two types. It's the men of prestige or the men in the streets. Prestige is like, it's such as they got the degree, they got the money, the car, they understand. Then the hood, he gonna have his things, and they fairly want that. I understand the history. Then there's the in between, which said nobody. And if you look at life, if we're gonna peer into life of the things that we study in history, lukewarm. What is lukewarm? That's between hot and cold. Nobody want lukewarm. But a lot of men are in between because they're not street or they don't have a prestige. But they're just everyday common workers. They're okay. They're not. We're gonna say in the case we the middleman, we the normal man. That is no more longer. We either have to be the street or the prestige. There's no in between. Even though I try to help women understand which one do you want, and he has to work with the part that he's missing. And the in between guy, you're gonna have to work with the parts that he's missing. So if one man is a Casanova, the other man is, I hate the word, but I'm gonna use the word shy, but he's not as open. Like logically and practical, who's gonna have a mentality to entertain or no, woo that woman? Who's gonna have that mentality? Unless your mentality for him, it has to be you might don't want the so-called outgoing man, the unfriendly, the one that's sociable but don't really just talk. So, but that's rare too, because that's the in-between woman, but there's no in-between woman because she's just woman. She holds the womb. The man don't, if the man don't, the man seeds never get planted, it stops the lineage. It stops everything. But a woman don't have a seed. She's a womb. So she can go be with any man she want. And remember the whole world, but I ain't gonna get into that. So I just want to say we apologize. Whatever hurt. I don't know what these men done to you because I never done it. I watch it in action what some do. But then it's something always new that I never seen because I never done it. That's too much time. I don't have that much energy and time to focus on just trying to hurt someone or trying to get over on you. I don't know. I don't have that in me. For even me, I'll leave this too, is if I wanted to do something very negative that I know is not beneficial to my life and people that I thought, or maybe I'm gonna say they love me in my life, and I do total opposite. The total opposite. There is no way I can make up for that. So I know I gotta hold myself accountable. I don't want to put myself on camera doing wrong. That's why even if you watch if I got an Instagram and Snapchat, don't matter who I have. That's my you don't know what I'm saying to those people. People like, oh man, why you? Because even a woman asked me, and I said something, I guess that drew her interest. And so she's asking me about my life and being single. And I got it. She, even though I don't know why, and I learned this and I've been learned this, she wanted to feel as, and this is my lesson for me. This is one of my lessons. Women want to feel as number one. When I say unto one, I say unto all women. It's your path. It's your journey. It's your choice. Choose wisely. I am sorry. We are sorry as a whole. I don't know. I know what got us there, but I hope if you check out my other videos, you take this journey with me. I would love for the women to take this journey with me too, and be an open heart. This is social media. We supposed to be tackling what? Social issue with African descendant men and women. How come we can't use a platform to tackle them? If you do a search, I know I'm gonna have women that just hate me because of my skin, that don't care about their own race of men. Cool. But if we're gonna talk about a social issue, you don't have to love me or even, I'm gonna use the word like for mine, or admire me, or be inspired by me. But how come we just can't talk and just get to an understanding? That's what I would love to see us get. and get rid of all these other, we call it black YouTube or the streets of YouTube. Let's tackle the, so let's really get into it. Let's get to a, this is the platform. I don't see how hard it is for us to really dig down and tackle a lot of these issues. So the men and woman, we can come together. But until then, we hold all this, the hurt, the pain, everything. That's why I want to apologize for us. If that's what you want to hold against us women, now you keep saying it's all about the men. It's our fault. It's our blame. But I'm gonna turn the tables on you with a good heart and a positive spirit, emotionally, mentally, even physically way to put it back in your hands, well, in your ballpark, in your court, to say to me and to us African descendant men that want to work with you, that if you tell them that you've been hurt and they say, okay, you've been hurt. I'm not just coping, what they call it, coping, whatever. I don't know, vetting, coddling, whatever. These words is very interesting. It's always a new word. What's up with this? Stop, please stop. Because if we use beta and alpha, there's a zeta, there's a omega, there's a gamma that you can describe a male. There's a omega male, like as in both sides. So I don't get it. I don't want to get into all that. But I want to just put the ball back in your court. After we apologize and we doing the things we're supposed to do, what actions and prevention, as we want to see us back together, that are you willing to take, women? Because it's going to be a healing and a delivery and being free from what you're going to go through process. And during that process, I want you to understand we know it's not going to be easy for you. I don't know what was done to you by some man. I never met you, I never done it to you. And I'm just apologizing because for some odd reason, when you see me, you see them. We apologize. 2018, going into 2019. Forgive us. Whatever we said, we done. Look back at it. Let it be the past. The now is here. It's a present. It's the present. It's a gift. A present is a gift. It's unfold. The year of self-reflection to next year going into production. Can we start that now? I don't want to be a resolution to resolve. I wanted this to be a life changers. I hopefully that a lot of African native descent women receive this. If not, I'm sorry and I apologize still. And hopefully something's in your life changed for you for the better with the men that you see as me, that look like me, African native descent, quote unquote black men. They're not hurting you no more. And you look at them as an individual. And if we start making sense and grounds and plans, subjects and topics that's really here to say we're sorry, not to harp on what happened so much, or who this to who this, who that, like the saints say, who that coming in my crew, yeah, remember that? If we can really get past this, we're gonna be better. Shalom.